Hello friends, welcome back once again to the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. I'm Gaurav Gupta and I welcome all of you in this festive season of Diwali on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep for our next session, which will be based on algebra. So I hope that all of you are happy and healthy and your family is also healthy, though we know that the winters are approaching and the pollution is increasing in Delhi, but still I hope that all of you with your family are enjoying this festive season of Diwali. So friends, welcome back once again to the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. Today we are going to take on some of the questions of algebra that have already appeared in the previous year papers of CAT. Now looking at these questions, you will definitely understand the level of difficulty and the type of questions that have been appearing in CAT over the previous years. So I have tried to put or to select the questions which are highly probable to come in this year's CAT examination, right? So these are some questions that have repeated some trends. I have included two or three questions of similar type as well, so that you will understand the different way the questions are asked and the different ways in which the options are also given in these questions. So friends, welcome back once again. Varun, good afternoon. Sankirtana, good afternoon. So friends, a very good afternoon to all of you for those students who are already present in the session. Now, algebra, we all know this area very well, right? Now, algebra, one of the most difficult areas in quantitative aptitude, definitely, and one of the areas having the maximum weightage after arithmetic. Yes, so over the last 5 years, like I have taken a session recently where I have basically told you about the importance of algebra in CAT. So all of us are very well aware about how important this chapter is. Now I'll be covering this particular series in two parts. So algebra part 1 today, and then algebra part 2 will be held on the next Sunday. All right, so I hope all of you meanwhile, like in this week, apart from enjoying the festive season, all of you devoting good amount of time to basically increase the level of algebra for all of you. Okay, so Prajwal, music core, good afternoon everyone. So without wasting any time, okay, so yes, Varun, so hall tickets for CAT examination will be out on 27th of October, definitely, and you will be able to download the admit cards from the official website of CAT. Now, once the admit cards will be out, then I'll share some more important piece of information with all of you related to the admit cards and the instructions that are given on the admit cards, how to paste your photograph, signature, and then some important facts about the center that you have been allocated for your CAT examination. All right, so let the admit cards be out, and we'll definitely conduct one session on this as well. All right, so friends, without wasting any time, let us start with this session. So let's get going. So the first question will be on your screen. As usual in all my sessions, I'll be giving you somewhere around 1.5 to 2 minutes for each of these questions, and then I'll be discussing the solution in detail. In case you don't understand anything, in case you have any kind of doubt related to the concept that I'm explaining, then you can tell me to stop and I will definitely repeat that concept. So the first question on your screen, be prepared with your pen and some rough sheets on your screen now. So question number one, this is one type of question that I have seen appearing in CAT more than once. Yes. So this is one good question, and there may be a lot of students who may take somewhere around 1 minute or 2 minutes to solve this question. Today I'll be discussing a technique. No matter how lengthy the question is, no matter how many steps are there, you will be able to do this type of questions in less than 30 seconds. I'll be discussing the technique. So first of all, I want an answer from each and every one of you for this question. Come on. So question says that a man sells chocolate that comes in boxes. Either full boxes or half box of chocolate can be bought from him. A customer comes and buys half the number of boxes the seller has plus half a box. So yes, you can buy full box as well as half a box. So a customer comes and whatever this person has, whatever the seller has, the customer buys half the number of boxes plus half a box. All right. The second customer comes and buys half the remaining number of boxes plus half a box. After this, the seller is left with no chocolate boxes. So how many chocolate boxes did the seller have before the first customer? Basically, how many boxes did he has initially? This is what we have to find out. So enough of time. I think this is the time in which you should be able to answer this question. Okay, so anyone? All right, so there are different methods that people use for these type of questions. Personally, I use a method of backtracking. Okay, I believe the method to be the fastest. So what I'll do is I'll first of all, like to start with, I'll assume the number of boxes initially that this man has as any variable. So I can start with X. So let's say X is the initial number of boxes. All right. Now I'm explaining you, not every time you're solving this question, you'll have to write each and everything. Okay. Now, what happened with the first customer? So first customer buys half the number of boxes. All right. So he will buy something, he'll be left with something. So I'm getting different answers. So 2, 3, 4. These are the three different answers I'm getting. So option A, B, and C. Okay. Never mind. All of you focus on the method that I'm using. Okay. Now the person will buy something out of the initial number of boxes, and then after the customer has bought these many boxes, there will be some boxes which will be left. All right. Now the first customer buys half the number of boxes. So originally the number of boxes was X. If the customer will buy X by 2, half the number of boxes. If the customer will buy only half the number of boxes, then the shopkeeper will be left with exactly half the number of boxes. So if I'll buy X by 2, then the number of boxes remaining will be X by 2. That is pretty fine. All right. But this is not happening. The customer is buying half the number of boxes plus half a box. So if the customer will buy X by 2 plus half, then the number of boxes remaining will be X by 2 minus half. I'm sorry, X by 2 minus half. All right. So this is how you can easily write the expressions. Okay. Don't make an entire equation as of now. Just keep listening, all of you, very carefully. Okay. So if I'll buy X by 2, then the number of boxes left will be X by 2. But if I'll buy half more than X by 2, then I'll be left with, then the shopkeeper will be left with half less than X by 2. All right. Now let's say this number is Y. Okay, now let's go to the second customer. Second customer comes and buys half the remaining number of boxes. So if he will buy half the remaining number of boxes, the shopkeeper will be left with half the remaining number of boxes. So if he will buy Y by 2, then the number of box left will be Y by 2. But he is buying half a box extra. So plus half and यहाँ पे minus half हो जाएगा. All right. So Y by 2 minus half will be the remaining number of boxes. Now, after the second customer, what happened? There were no chocolate boxes left. So I can say that the leftover quantity after the second customer is equal to 0. Now you can find the value of Y easily. So half will go on the right hand side. It will be multiplied by 2. So half multiplied by 2 will be 1. So the value of Y will be equal to 1. I'll substitute it here. So I can say that X by 2 minus half will be equal to 1. And from here you can get the value of X. So half will go on the right hand side. 1 plus half is 1.5. Multiplied by 2, it will be 3. So the value of X will be equal to 3. Okay. Now generally the questions that I have seen coming in CAT, they have more than 2 customers buying the boxes. Okay, so let's look at some more variety of questions of the same type. But the answer for this question, the correct answer for this question, it is option B. That is, initially there were 3 boxes. I hope all of you have understood, and you will not be taking lot of time to solve such type of questions from next time onwards. So let's look at one or two more questions of this type. Okay, so question number 2, let's go towards that. Answer for this one was option B. So question number 2 on your screen now. Now be careful this time, each and every one of you. So question says that 3 friends returning from a movie stopped to eat at a restaurant. After dinner, they paid the bill and noticed mints at the front counter. So some mints were kept on the front counter. Now the first friend Sita took 1/3 of the mints but returned 4 because she had a momentary feeling of guilt. Okay, so important information is this much. Sita took 1/3 but she kept back 4. All right. Second friend took 1/4 of what was left but returned 3 for similar reasons. The third friend took half of the remaining but threw 2 back into the bowl. Finally, the number of mints left over were 17. All right, so you'll have to find out the original number of mints in the bowl. Now again, after you have read the question, you have just read those important pointers that I have highlighted. After that, you should not be taking more than 20-25 seconds to get the final answer. Okay. So any answer, option A, B, C or D? In case you have answered as option D, then you can tell me what is the exact number of mints initially. So music core, you have given the answer as D. So can you tell me the number of mints initially? Quickly, all of you write the number as well. So I'm starting. So originally, if I'll assume X number of mints, okay. So the first person took 1/3. So let's have a look at how I am saving on doing the rough work. So I'm not writing each and everything. So if a person will take 1/3 of the mints, so the remaining number of mints will be 2/3 of the original number. So 1/3 is taken, I'll be left with 2/3. All right. Now this person first of all took 1/3, I'm left with 2/3, but returned 4. All right. So that means the person took x/3 minus 4. So leftover quantity will be 2/3x plus 4. Okay, so let me write all these things in detail, and later on you may not have to write the number of mints that the person has taken. Just keep a note of number of mints that were left. Okay, so taken and leftover. All right, so if x/3 will be taken, 2x/3 will be left. Now 4 less than this number was taken, so 4 more than this number will be left. All right. Similarly, second person took 1/4 of what was left. So let's say this leftover quantity is y. So second person took y/4. So leftover will be 3y/4, and she returned 3. So she took 3 less than y/4. So 3 more than 3y/4 will be left. Okay, so I'll put minus sign on the left hand side. Okay, so this is the number of mints that were taken. So minus 3 and plus 3 will be left. The last person took half. So let's call this number as Z. So Z/2 usne utha liya, but she put back 2 in the bowl. So remaining quantity will be Z/2 plus 2. All right. Now finally, the number of mints left over is 17. Now we just have to do backtracking. So solving for the value of Z from here, so 17 minus 2 is 15. 15 into 2 is 30. So the value of Z will be equal to 30. Okay, I'll substitute it here, the value of Z. Now from here I can calculate the value of Y. So 30 minus 3 is 27. 27 multiplied by 4 divided by 3, it will be 36. Orally calculations ho sakti hain. So the value of Y is 36. Now after getting the value of Y, you can get the value of X. So 36 minus 4 is 32, divided by 2, 16, multiply 3, 48. So the value of X is equal to 48. All right. Simple calculation. Amrit, yes, absolutely correct. I was looking for the number of mints. So it's only Amrit who has given a correct answer. So people have mentioned answer is D. Yes, it is D. But I actually wanted the number of mints initially, which Amrit has given. All right. So great. So I hope all of you are clear with this method. Now let's take one more question that came way back in 2006. Now this is like why I have taken this question, because in this question the way the options are given is different. The question is absolutely similar, but the way options are mentioned, it's different. So that is why I've kept this question. So shop stores X kg of rice. The first customer buys half this amount plus half kg of rice. Second customer buys half the remaining amount plus half kg. The third customer did the same thing. After that, no rice is left in the shop. Which of the following best describes the value of X? Come on, give me an answer for this one. All right. So you can also mention the value of X. All of you can also mention the value of X. Please don't remove your answers. It's absolutely fine if you have given any of the answers. Okay. So let me start. Meanwhile, you can start posting your answers. So initially X kgs of rice. The first customer buys half the remaining amount. Now I'll be writing only the leftover quantity. Okay. I'm reducing the amount of rough work. So if half the original amount is bought, so left with X by 2. Now the first customer buys half the amount plus half kg of rice. So that means the leftover quantity will be X by 2 minus 2. Let's say this is Y. Second customer, again leftover quantity. So the second customer bought Y by 2 plus half. So I'll be left with Y by 2 minus half, and that will be Z. And similarly happened with the third one. Z by 2 minus half will be the leftover quantity, and that is equal to 0. Okay, so on the last step, I can find the value of Z. So half will go on the right hand side and then multiply by 2, it will be 1. So the value of Z will be equal to 1. I'll put it in the previous equation. Y by 2 minus half is 1. So 1 plus half is 1.5 multiplied by 2 is 3. So the value of Y is equal to 3. Then 3 plus half is 3.5 multiplied by 2. X will be equal to 7. All right. So those who have given 7 as the answer, they are absolutely correct. Okay. Now, which of the following options best describes the value of X? So you just have to find out the range in which 7 is lying. So 7 is lying from in the range from 5 to 8. Hence, this will be the correct answer. Okay. Thank you, Arvind. Thank you very much. So Arvind, this is what I wanted to bring to all of you. Different methods which will save time just before the examination. So in this next 1 month, I'll be bringing forward a lot of questions which have already appeared in CAT, and will be solving them not using conventional methods, but the method which I feel will save a lot of your time. Okay, now let's move ahead and look at the next question. Now question number 4 on your screen. Now it's a very simple question. It's just that you'll have to take care about the numbers. Okay. Varun, you can do that, but it may waste your time using hidden trial. So range find out karna, it's not required at all. Okay. Generally in these type of questions, there are like you will be asked to find out the exact value. Okay. So in the previous question, range was given. That was only to introduce a little bit of confusion. That's it. There was no reason for giving the range. Question number 4. Every 10 years, the Indian government counts all the people living in the country. Suppose that the director of the census has reported the following data on the two neighboring villages, Chota Hazri and Mota Hazri. So they have given you uh, the relation between the number of males and females among these villages. So just careful with the numbers, solve and get me the answer. Not a difficult question, but need to be very careful with the numbers. Any answer? Okay, so the information is talking about two villages, C and M. I have written, so I'll write CH, Chota Hazri and Mota Hazri. Okay, and the number of males and females, right? So I'll start with the first piece of information. Chota Hazri has 4,522 fewer males than Mota Hazri. So they are comparing the males between these two villages. So Chota has lesser number of males than Mota. So मोटे में अगर x assume कर लेते हैं, so if I'll assume this as x, okay, wonderful. So already three answers, but not unique answers. So mh number of males, if it is x, then ch the number of males will be x minus 4522. All right, fine. Let's move ahead. Mota Hazri, second statement, Mota Hazri has 4020 more females than males. So now they are talking about only this village, Mota Hazri, which has 4020 more females than males. So number of males, I've already assumed it as x. So number of females will be x plus 4020. All right, fine. That was the second statement. Moving on to the third statement. Chota Hazri has twice as many females as males. So they are now talking about only Chota Hazri, which has twice as many females as males. So number of females will be twice the number of males. So twice of x minus 4522. Okay, right. Now the last statement will help us in finding the value of x. So last statement, Chota Hazri has 2910 fewer females than Mota Hazri. So only females are compared now. So Chota Hazri has lesser females. So Mota Hazri will have more females. So I'll make the equation as x plus 4020, number of females in Mota Hazri minus the number of females in Chota Hazri. Okay, and that is equal to the difference that is given, 2910. Now you can easily get the value of x from here. So I'll write the expression for x. So it will be 4020 plus 9044 minus 2910. So this will be the value of x that you will get. And I believe, yes, anyone, what will be the value of x here? Can anyone help me with the value of x? So I believe it will be 10154, the fourth option, but that may not be the answer. ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है. Okay, so question is, what is the total number of males in Chota Hazri? So number of males is this one. Okay, x minus 4522. So what I have to do is 10,154 minus 4522. This should be my answer. And that is 5632, which is option C. So earlier, some of the students have committed a mistake, but option C is the correct answer. Okay, so just you have to be a little more careful. Now, one simple advice that I give to all my students when they enter the test series or when they are going for an examination. Now, once you are done with all the calculations in the question, and the question involves some variables, okay, whatever it involves, okay. Now, once you are done with the calculations, when you are done getting the answer, then it will just take 2 or 3 more seconds. Visit to the question again and just read the last line of the question. Just read the last line of the question and be sure about what is being asked in the question. That will save a lot of your marks. Okay. All right. Now let's move and look at the next question, question number 5. Again, an easy one to all of you. So in some code, letters A, B, C, D, E represent the numbers 2, 4, 5, 6, and 10, but not in the same order. Now consider the following relationships. So three relationships are there, and using this, you just have to find out which of the following statements, which of the following options is true. So basically, you just have to find out the values of A, B, C, D, E respectively. All right, one answer already. Okay, now I would like to start with second statement which says B minus D equal to D. So that will be equal to, so this statement will become, this equation will become B equal to twice of D. Okay, now out of these five numbers, I have to select two numbers such that one number is double of the other one. So B and D respectively can be 10 or 5. 10 is double of 5, or they can be 4 or 2. Okay, so this can be the possibility, right? Now, if I'll say that B is 10 and D is 5, or the other one, and checking for option 1, sorry, checking for statement 1, A plus C equal to E. So sum of two numbers is equal to the third number. So this can be possible in many ways. So 2, 4 and 6. So sum of 2 and 4 is 6. This is possible. Then one more way, 4 and 6, the sum is 10. All right, fine. So this may be the possibilities. Now if I'll assume, let's say B as 10. So if B is 10, then A, C or E में से कोई भी 10 नहीं हो सकता. So the second possibility will be removed. Okay, so A, C and E will be among 2, 4 and 6. All right. So the value of E will be 6, right? Now, if the value of E is 6, then E plus A is equal to B. B ka value kitna hai? 10. So the value of A can be 4. So yes, it is satisfying. So E plus A is equal to B, that is 6 plus 4 equal to 10, satisfying. In the first equation, if I'll say A is 4, then C will become 2, and that is equal to E, which is equal to 6. So these are the values. Okay. So B equal to 4, no, it is not possible. A equal to 4 and E equal to 6, yes, it is. B equal to 6, no. And A equal to 4, yes, but C is equal to 6, not true. So the correct answer will be option B. And wow, a lot of students have given the correct answer. Nice, nice. Good to see your response. So easy question tha. Let's move on to next question quickly. Now a difficult one. So please be careful. Now a man received a check. The amount in rupees has been transposed for paisa and vice versa. So that means whatever the amount was written on the check, number of rupees was converted to paisa and paisa became rupees. Okay, so if the check was of X rupees and Y paisa, the person got Y rupees and X paisa. This is what the first statement, the first two statements mean. Okay, now after spending rupees 5 and 42 paisa, he discovered the error. Now he had exactly 6 times the value of the correct check amount. So even after spending 5 rupees 42 paisa, now the remaining money is 6 times the value of the check amount. What amount he should have received? So you'll have to find out what was the amount on the check out of the given 4 options. Now, first of all, you'll have to deal with the equation. You'll have to make an equation, okay? And then, okay, I'll tell you what to be done after that. So quickly try to make an equation, and if you have made the equation, please give me an acknowledgement after making the equation. Okay, so let's assume that the check amount was X rupees, okay, and paisa was Y. All right, but the amount that he was given was Y rupees. So I'll write it again. So the check was rupees X plus paisa Y. All right, but the amount that he got was rupees Y plus paisa X. Okay, so this is what he got. Now what I'll do is I'll convert each and everything in terms of paisa. So the equation, so first of all, the check amount will be 100x plus y, converting in paisa, and the money that he actually got was 100y plus x. Now after getting this amount, after getting 100y plus x, he spent how many rupees? 5 rupees and 42 paisa. That means in total he spent 542 paisa. So out of the money that he got, he spent this much, and this remaining amount is equal to 6 times the amount that was written on the check. That means the correct amount. So 6 times 100x plus y. All right. So this is the information, this is the statement, this is the equation that we'll get after this. Now let's make an equation out of this. So I can write 100y minus 6y, that is 94y, and x minus 600 minus 599x is equal to 542. Okay, now once you have got the equation, you will have to find out the integral values of x and y. Now since the coefficients are big, it will be better to go with the options. So options use karo. So in the options you have the value of x, so take the value of x as 5 and find out the value of y. If it matches, then that option will be the answer. So I'll check the first option. So 94y, I'm putting the value of x as 5. Okay, so 600 into 5 is 3000. So minus 2995 is equal to 542. So the value of y will be 542 plus 2995 divided by 94. Now check if this is giving you an integral value. If it is not giving you an integral value, then move to the next option. Check by putting the value of x as 6. And I believe, like, definitely this question is a little difficult, but I believe that this is the fastest approach of getting the answer. Okay, now Amrit and Varun have confirmed, Dhyanesh has confirmed, Arvind also says, Yashveer, and so on. A lot of students are saying that answer is option B, and yes, it is the correct answer. So once you will put the value of x as 6, then the value of y will come out to be 44. Also, you'll have to make sure, you'll have to be careful about the value of y, the range of the value of y. Now since y is in paisa, so I can say that the paisa has to be less than 100. Okay, so the value of y should also be less than 100. This is one thing that you need to take care. So it has to be a positive integer which is less than 100. Okay, now let's take one more question like this. So this type has not appeared once but more than once. So this is a similar type of question. A confused bank teller transposed the rupee and paisa when he cashed a check for Shelja, giving her rupees instead of paisa and paisa instead of rupees. So again, I'll assume that the check amount was 100x plus y, and the money given was 100y plus x. All right. Now, after getting this much amount, she must have spent something. So after buying a toffee for 50 paisa, Shelja noticed that she was left with exactly 3 times as much amount on the check. So similar kind of thing is happening. So minus 50, she spent 50 paisa and the amount left over was 3 times the amount on the check. So now you can make your own equation. Okay. So 100y minus 3y, 97y minus x minus 300 minus 299x equals 50. All right. So once again, you can put different values of x and you will get an integral value of y, and that option will be your answer. All right. Fine. Now people are saying the answer is option D. Okay. So I'll agree that over 18 rupees but less than 19 rupees. So in this case, you just have to find out the value of x lying in which range. Okay. So you just need to find out the range of value of x. Now another way you can do this question is easier way. अगर completely hidden trial नहीं करना, थोड़ा logically solve करना है, then you can write that y is equal to 299x plus 50 divided by 97. Now from the first part 299x, which is the multiple of 97 that can be taken out. So 97 into 3 is 291. So I can write it as 291x plus 8x plus 50 whole divided by 97. All right. Then further, this part 291 upon 97 will become 3. So 3x separately plus 8x plus 50 divided by 97 separately. So now you have reduced the numbers. So 8x plus 50, this part 8x plus 50. Now you'll have to find out for which value of x this will be completely divisible by 97. Okay, so 97 बनाने के लिए इसको 47 चाहिए होगा. 47 is not a multiple of 8. So I'll check for 97 into 2. Now 97 into 2 is how much? 194. Okay, now 194, to make it 194 minus 50 कितना होता है? 144. Now 144, is it a multiple of 8? Yes, 144 is a multiple of 8. All right, so for x equal to, I can say 18. 8 into x will become 144, and yes, the value of x will be equal to 18, and you can say that over 18 rupees but less than 19 rupees will be the answer. Okay, so here you don't actually have to go with the options, right? So there is another way of getting the answer in a faster way. So same method can be replicated for these type of questions. All right. Okay, so with this, let's move on to our next question, question number 8. Now, question number 8 is a lovely question. There may be some students who might leave this question. There may be some students who might waste 2 or 3 minutes on this question. And there may be some students who will finish this question in less than 10 seconds. So let's see who you are among these 3 type of students. All right, music core. Now, these type of questions must be done using hidden trial by putting some values of P, Q, R. Okay, now the question says that the product of P, Q, and R is 1, and there is nothing else that is given about P, Q, R. So what I'll do is, I'll do hidden trial. I'll assume some values of P, Q, R such that their product is 1. I'll substitute in the expression that is given, and I'll also substitute the values among the options, and will be probably able to eliminate some of the options, And then if I am left with more than one option, then I'll change the values of PQR once again, substitute, and then eliminate the remaining option. Okay, so from here I'll start with assuming the values of PQR as 1. So P into Q into R will also be equal to 1. Now let's substitute their values in the required expression. So 1 upon 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 3, plus 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 3. So the value of the expression is coming out to be 1. So I can keep option C definitely, which says that the value will be 1. Okay. Now, if I'll put the values of PQR in option A as 1, 1, 1, so this will be 3. But I need a value of 1, so definitely eliminated. Option B is coming out to be 1 upon 3, but I need 1, so definitely eliminated. And then the third, it is again 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 3, again eliminated. So now out of 4, I have eliminated 3 options. I am left with only one option, that is option C. And it is the correct answer. Right? So you will wonder how easy this question was. Okay, it's just the way you are treating this question. Okay, let's move on to question number 9. Guys, you will find plenty of questions like this in the previous year papers of CAT. So definitely in your examination, you'll find 1 or 2 questions which might look difficult, which you will do using a conventional approach, might take more than 2 or 3 minutes. It might not get you an answer as well, but using this kind of approach, you will definitely get an answer in less than a minute. Sometimes you may get an answer in 15 seconds as well. Okay, moving ahead, question number 9 on your screen. Now a wonderful question, I believe some of you would have seen. So Yanesh, I have just substituted the values of P, Q and R, okay, and eliminate some options in the previous question. So question number 9. Yanesh, after this question is over, I'll go back to the previous one. Okay. All right. Now, I'll first of all tell you generally like what conventional technique people use for this type of question. But I have a certain different approach using which you'll be able to get the answer probably in less than 30 seconds again. Okay. Now, generally what we do is we look for a repetition. Okay, so from this point onwards, the same thing is repeated. And since the series is going up till infinity, so what we do is we substitute this part of the expression by x. So I'll write it as under root of 4 plus under root of 4 minus, then next onward it will be, or it can be written as x. Okay? Now, what is harm in this approach for this particular question? Now, here we'll be taking square on both sides to start with. So it will be written as x equal to 4 plus under root of 4 minus x. Then you'll take 4 on the left hand side. So it will become x minus 4 is equal to under root of 4 minus x. Okay, so sorry, x square. So taking square, so x square minus 4. Now again, if you'll square it once, then it will be an expression having power of x as 4. And you will definitely have problems in solving that. Okay, so to save yourself from this situation, let us look at another method. Let us try to estimate the value of x. All right. Now here, x is equal to under root of 4 plus something. Okay. Be careful. So under root 4 plus and something. I'm not writing its value. I'm just saying that it will be something. Okay. So since we have under root of 4 plus something, that means inside this square root, I will have a value which is more than 4. Okay, so I can say that my answer will be greater than under root of 4. Definitely. So I can say that the value of x will be greater than 2. All right. So inside the under root, I have 4 plus something. So inside the under root, I have a value which is more than 4. So that means the value of x will be more than under root of 4. And hence I can say that the value of x will be more than 2. Okay. Now let's see which all options are more than 2 or which all options are less than 2. Okay. So this is more than 2. I'll keep it. This is more than 2. I'll definitely keep it. Now under root 13, what is the approximate value? Always go in approximations right now. So under root 13 is greater than root 9. Root 9 is equal to 3. So I can say that under root 13 will be greater than 3. Okay. Now 3 point something, under root 13 is 3 point something, minus 1 will be 2 point something. 3 point something minus 1 will be 2 point something, and 2 point something divided by 2 will be 1 point something. So I can say that this value will be 1 point something and hence less than 2. So option B can be eliminated. Option C, 3 point something plus 1 is 4 point something divided by 2. So yes, I can keep this option. Okay. So for the time being, I am able to eliminate one of the options. That is option B. Okay. Now let's move further and look at the upper limit of this value. Okay. So you are able to understand this part. Let's look at the next part. So option B is eliminated. Now x is equal to under root of 4 plus under root of 4 minus something. Okay, k बोल देता हूं मैं, 4 minus something. So since something is being subtracted from 4, so this value will be less than 4. 4 minus k, 4 में से कुछ ना कुछ subtract हो रहा है, तो it will be less than 4. Now under root of 4 minus k will be less than 2. I'll repeat. So 4 minus k will be less than 4. So under root of 4 minus k will be less than under root 4. So that means under root of 4 minus k will be less than 2. So this part is less than 2. Now 4 plus a number which is less than 2 will be less than 6. So this particular portion should be less than root 6. Okay. Now root 6 का approximate value कितना होता है? 2.4. So x should be less than 2.4. That's it. Your problem is solved. So on the basis of this, you can definitely eliminate option A as well as option D. And the leftover option is option C, which can be marked as your answer. So music core, yes, your answer was absolutely correct. Okay. All right. Now for Dhyanesh, I'll repeat the previous one. So Dhyanesh, here what I have done is I have assumed the values of P, Q and R as 1. Okay. Because the product was 1, P into Q into R is 1. So you can assume any values of P, Q and R such that the product is 1. It is always better to assume the easier set of values. I have substituted these values in the expression as well as the options and then just matched with the value that I have got. If in the option it's not the same value, I can easily eliminate. But if I'm getting the same value in the option, I'll keep those options. If I have more than one option with the same value, then I will change the values of P, Q and R. I'll change the value of my assumption and then repeat the same procedure once again. Okay. All right. Now moving ahead to the last question of the day. A question related to maxima minima of quadratic. Okay. So question says that P and Q be the roots of quadratic equation, the given quadratic equation. Okay. What is the minimum possible value of P square plus Q square? P and Q are the roots of the given quadratic equation. It is given that. Any answer? Simple question है, ज़्यादा difficult question नहीं है. So first of all, I'll use. So Arvind has given an answer. Good, Arvind. So first of all, I'll use the sum and the product of the roots. ठीक है? So sum of the roots p plus q. Sum of the roots क्या होता है? Minus b upon a. So from the equation, it will be alpha minus 2 divided by 1. Okay. So p into q, sorry, p plus q is minus b upon a, and from the expression, minus of this divided by 1. And then p into q is c upon a, that is minus alpha minus 1. Okay. Now I want the minimum possible value of p square plus q square. So I'll convert p square and q square and write it as the sum or the product of the roots. So p square plus q square can be written as p plus q whole square minus 2pq. I'll substitute the values of p plus q and p into q. So it will be alpha minus 2 whole square minus twice of minus alpha minus 1. Simplify this, open the brackets. So alpha square plus 4 minus 4 alpha plus 2 alpha plus 2. So this expression will become alpha square minus 2 alpha plus 6. All right. Now, for any quadratic expression, the minimum or maximum value lies when alpha or x, whatever the variable is, when alpha is equal to minus b upon 2a. Okay, so let's calculate the value of alpha. So minus b, so minus of minus 2, that is 2, upon 2a, that is equal to 1. So at alpha equal to 1, this expression will be minimum. So put the value of alpha here as 1. So 1 minus 2 plus 6, and that will come out to be 5. So 5, Harsh, 5 should be the minimum value of this expression. All right. Okay. So just remember some of the results. Just remember in in what way we can convert, we can write the expression in terms of the sum and the product of the roots. So these are certain helpful things when it comes to the questions of quadratic equations or expressions. Okay, so the correct answer here was D, and that is all from my side for the day. Hope you like this session. Wait for the second part of this session to be conducted on next Sunday. But before Sunday, you will have plenty of sessions in the series of Last Lap to Cat and some other sessions as well. All right. I hope you like this session. I hope all of you will enjoy Diwali. So from my side and from my team, I wish all of you a very, very, very happy and prosperous Diwali. Now, a few important information to end with. So All India Open Mock CAT will be live from 28th of October up till 6th of November. So do attempt this paper. You can join us for NMAT 2022 exam analysis and question discussion on 3rd of November at 5 p.m. So we have already conducted one session on 12th of October. So this is for the students who are taking their examination in the month of November. So please look at this session as well. Also, anyone who is willing to join, who is preparing for CAT 2023. So this is one wonderful batch that we have for all of you, and the complete details are given on the screen. Can ace CAT and other MBA examinations with the test series that BYJU'S Exam Prep has to offer for all of you, and the entire details are there on the screen as well. Last Lap to CAT 2022, the series will continue daily at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. You can catch us live. In case you have missed any of the sessions, then you can look at the recorded sessions, which will be available on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. So friends, you can follow us on these social media platforms. Thank you very much. Have a nice Diwali. All the best.